Alright, and as you guys can see, this is a completely different video from what I usually do, but in this video, we are going to be seeing the purple team Roman Empire thing from the WICSO series of AdizzPro, but in the modern world. A couple other YouTubers have done, I think, their own little things on it with different countries, but now I'm doing it with the purple team. So, of course, everyone's kind of shocked that this massive mini Roman Empire thing has formed, and of course, obviously, a lot of people are confused, like, how is this happening and why? Just parts of every country. I mean, Croatia's basically gone, I think that's safe to say, as well as, like, Montenegro, and actually what's going to happen is that the purple team right here, they're just going to start sweeping through all these, like, extra things that don't really exist anymore. Now, with a little bit of sweeping that has occurred, they've just grown a little that much bigger, and obviously, everyone is rightfully so pissed, especially countries like France, which lost, like, what, all of this land right here. So they kind of want it back, as well as Spain, because they have, like, Aragon and forgot the other name. But don't worry about that. I don't know. I'm not that good. So basically, this is just going to be like a bit of a hellhole. And the problem is with the purple team, they already have enemies with France, Germany, Spain, all really powerful countries that that's not very good. So in the meantime, while these guys are probably preparing to declare war or something, it's still going to be difficult because I mean this is like especially like Italy, parts of France, parts of the Balkans, Switzerland and Germany, Austria. So this is not a force to be reckoned with. But while they are mobilizing their forces, they are kind of on a time limit. So what they're going to actually do is just quickly get rid of some countries like Kosovo and Albania. I don't know how I forgot that. But basically, they're just going to take as much land as possible to become as strong as possible because they are going to be preparing for a war that is going to happen very soon. And obviously, they're not going to win on their own. So what they need is an ally. And who is that ally going to be? Well, Russia, of course, because Russia is, of course, at war with Ukraine. It looks like something like this, I think. And the purple team basically said, all right, if you help me out, I will help you with Ukraine. And since I guess the EU and stuff is they're probably preoccupied with this, Russia's just fine with that because that means less stuff is going towards Ukraine in the battle, so they could focus more stuff onto this, obviously. And so that's gonna be pretty important. But until then, they're just gonna like I guess gonna keep expanding by taking over countries like Serbia and this is just like these are just gonna be sweep throughs without any issue. Germany actually is gonna stay out of this. Spain, they're gonna stay out of this actually because they only lost this part. And for example, I'm pretty sure Aragon really wants like independence. So what they're gonna do is choose not to get involved actually. And instead, what's going to happen, it's just going to be France that's going to declare war. And I don't know why this, what is happening right here? You know what? Never mind that. So basically, France is just going to try and bulldoze through this area by completely pushing this. Because, I mean, they're still very strong and everything, but so is the purple team. And they're going to actually make a large push over here. And the other thing is, this is honestly pretty difficult to say on who is stronger, because honestly, while they are definitely like taking a big push over this way, what is happening over there? So basically, as I said, they're just taking like they're just taking like a big push up here, and it's kind of like a stalemate right here, and this isn't looking good for France. They're already losing to this country, and they kind of get pushed out right here, and that's already pretty bad. That's not looking very good. But of course, they're also being kind of aided by Russia, even though not that much, since they're, in the meantime, these guys are going to go around here and just capture all of this, and France is going to lose quite a bit of troops, and this is kind of giving them flashbacks to World War II. Just, I guess, from the Romans, the purple team, the little difference. So these guys are just going to go right here until finally France pulls it together, and they're able to make a big push down here, and it's honestly really even, and but I honestly actually might give it to the Italian purple team because I mean they do have parts of this right here. They have parts of France, Germany, all of this. So I would honestly put them slightly higher compared to France also when it comes to military. But France, obviously, is not a force to be reckoned with. And this is going to kind of go like this until it's probably best decided that as much as they're going to try, it's just going to be like a really big back and forth. And that's not very fun. You're just constantly losing troops. So it's basically hell for both of these countries with big front lines and everything. But it is decided that it's probably better if they just make peace before like anything else happens. So now there's going to be a peace deal, and these guys are kind of getting more aggressive as well, but we'll get to that in a second, actually. Okay, so as we're going to see right here, basically what's going to happen is France is going to have to give all of this area down here. I have no clue what the name is, but they basically just have to give all of this southern coast parts, and obviously that is not very fun for the French, because this is really good for the purple team for two reasons. Because right now, France was probably going to be their biggest issue with when it comes to conquering things, because they were going to be a big problem, especially if like people like Spain would join. But since these guys kind of got rid of Aragon and they're kind of, I don't know, beefing with Portugal or something. There's no NATO or anything. So right now, I don't know, they're beefing with Portugal or something, so they're preoccupied, which is why they stayed out of this. Germany wasn't crazy about it. They barely lost any land, really. And they don't have the world's strongest military because a bunch of stuff, but they still have one. And so France was going to be the big problem, which they were able to kind of beat. So with that out of the way, they could kind of probably just like go absolutely ham with taking a bunch of land, and I don't know, maybe becoming the Roman Empire, but in the modern day, but the purple team version. Okay, so what they're gonna do is decide to go somewhere else, Africa, of course, and attack Tunisia, because they didn't like how it looks. They didn't like the look of Tunisia, guys. That is their reasoning, actually. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is these guys are going to make a little naval invasion, I guess. Actually, hold on. I could try to make this look better and more professional. I don't know, like the invasion stuff that some people do. I don't know how they do that, but I guess we'll try that. So basically, what's going to happen is the purple team is going to make a little invasion with the northern parts, and I don't know their geography or where everything is, but my guess is basically everything they own gone, all on the coast. So, Tunisia not wanting anything else, and they kind of know that they're gonna lose. What they're gonna do is quickly surrender. Even with the surrender, they're gonna push a little more because they kind of wanted more land. But now it's gonna be a little peace negotiation. But now that they attacked a random and innocent African country, a lot more countries are becoming a little more upset about that. So we're going to see how that actually turns out, though. Okay, so as we see, Tunisia basically just lost a lot of its important land, and now that is not very fun, and now they're kind of less okay. But also, this is just kind of showing that it really does look like these guys are completely dominating the Mediterranean, besides like Northern Africa and a couple parts here, which is a little scary to think about and what their ambitions might be. But it's not going to go well because these guys, no, they're not done expanding at all. They have plenty more to do. So what they're going to decide to do actually is, of course, not declare war actually yet, because if they do, they're probably going to get a couple more issues, and then boom, coalition. Not very fun. So what they have to try and do is be nice about it. That's why they didn't take over all of Tunisia. They just took some northern parts because they need to look a little kind, or at least as nice as you can be when you're invading and murdering innocent lives. So that's what they're trying to do. I don't know if it's really working though, but hold on. Actually, I'm gonna quickly color in Russia this like color right here, just so they're in like an alliance, and since Belarus is basically just Russia, they're also gonna join in. So this is how it's looking right now, and It's I know, crappy, but it works kind of. I need to find a better solution, but that's going on right there. But they're not done. They're not done yet because there's a little country called North Macedonia, and they didn't like how it looked, so of course they have to get rid of it. It looked ugly to them. It would look better if it turned purple, which is exactly what happened. And now these guys are as we can see, they're going on a bit of a rampage, and these countries are not very happy about that. And out of pure fear, they kind of made a deal with Greece. So you give us your islands, we leave you alone. So they're gonna give them was it like Crete? No, is it? I don't remember. So basically they're gonna take this island right here, and I don't know who owns this, but I'm gonna. You know what? We could say that in this world, Greece owns this island. I don't know if they actually do, but they did. But now the purple team owns it. So we can kind of see that their ambition is, I guess, kind of to become the next like Mediterranean super. I mean, they kind of are. They already are. They are extremely powerful. Like definitely a top 10 power, if not like who would be in top 10? Like they would definitely be in like maybe top 5 or 10. Definitely for sure. I don't know about top 5, but definitely top 10 for sure. So little terrifying, but the final blow is going to be when they decide to declare war on a bunch of countries. What's going to happen? They're going to declare war on all of these guys, even though they said they wouldn't. They kind of lied, and they also declared war on Greece because they're just kind of bullies, and they're just evil like that. That's just how they roll. So kind of with a lot of issues, these guys are just going to start to march in with little to no resistance from Austria. They basically already collapsed. Actually, I think they're fairly fine, but I mean, not anymore actually, because now they just got taken over. So these guys, yeah, no, they kind of stood no chance, and now these guys just make a massive front on Bulgaria, which goes as well as you'd expect, with these guys just completely making them get like all of this. That was yeah, pretty fast. But what we will see is these guys actually being able to, if I could just go on the right layer, thank you, they are able to go back and invade this area right here with I mean kind of they're kind of able to invade it. So they get like this deep into places like what, Serbia, and it kind of goes like this, but then the forces kind of start to arrive, and then they just kind of get absolutely pushed back with yeah, not much fun. And this is when kind of everything starts to crumble, because once they start to go here, they split Greece in two, kind of blitzscreening through this area. And once they get around here, they decide to go up and around Bulgaria to just kind of squeeze them out, which does go successfully, because that is kind of terrifying. And I kind of forgot. I need to fix that. Doesn't matter though. Pretend like it's the same thing. So these guys are just kind of like pushing in, and this is, you know, pretty bad, but it gets better. And it gets around here, which is probably going to be the peak of these guys until a bit of a coalition forms, because I mean, this was I was hinting it way too much, but basically, what? Basically, as yes, here we go. Basically, all of these countries right here decide to join in onto this war to hopefully get rid of these guys, because they were also kind of worried that they would kind of get cooked, which is, I mean, they're not wrong. They probably would have if they didn't do anything. So what is going to happen is these guys right here, if I could just get the right color, they're going to make a large invasion this way with little to no, I mean, with lots of resistance, but with little to no issue, since there's just all of these countries, basically everyone that they border. And this does allow Hungary to get their like stuff going together, and they are actually able to push back these guys fairly well with oh my, with these large amounts of troops. They're actually able to also help out Austria. Pretend like they got revived, okay? It just kind of looks like it's Hungary, but pretend like they got saved. And everyone just kind of starts to push in with Bulgaria also being kind of saved, and Turkey being a very big helper. Oh my. With Turkey, as I was saying, being a very big helper in this, because they did not want to see these guys take more land and eventually them over. But of course, these two will work together and cause more issues for me, because for some reason there is a random purple line there. Also pretend like that was taken over. Don't look at that. There we go. So as I was saying, these guys are able to make a very, very large push. Never mind. Apparently not. There we go. And of course, Spain and these guys working together, kind of no match, because these are two really powerful countries. And Germany also starts pushing down here, and this is looking like chaos, because I somehow got rid of all the borders. Good job to me. But hopefully you guys can remember how everything looks, and this just shows how much I suck at this. But obviously, this is going to be kind of like the final straw, as lots of revolts just kind of begin to occur, because they want their independence back. They don't want to be under the purple rule, and this is where everything gets until Russia also decides to join in, and while they do definitely help out with getting these areas done, they also do kind of like have issues with Ukraine right here. So I don't know. This is very not okay, but this is looking like hell. So with this amazing video, we can see this and Russia. Okay, and as you can see, with my amazing artistic skills and how much I suck at this, apparently France and these guys are, these guys are all one country. You know what? Why not? But anyways, these guys are going to be able to push down into Italy through the Alps. They're going to take back Corsica and then Sardinia, free the islands, and then these guys, very slowly, are able to kind of start, what the hell? They're able to start grinding the gears for these guys until it only gets to this little area right here. And I think it's safe to say that they have officially lost this war, and it is probably time to negotiate for a peace deal, actually. Okay, so as we can see, with my very good artistic skills and mapping, amazing, I know, I have created the amazing borders that are right now what you see here. We have a fabulous France. Okay, maybe I should give this a little more context. So Spain got a little bit up here, France, but France was fine because they got a bunch of this right here. I've made Switzerland a blob. I have turned Austria into a little noodle. We have now a smaller normal Italy. Slovenia is looking different. We have a fatter version of Croatia and a tiny Bosnia. I somehow messed that up and gave Serbia a massive coastline. We have Montenegro, Kosovo, Albania, basically all the stuff that already existed, and Hungary got a bit of land there, and that is the brand new map of Europe. Now, this was, I actually really enjoyed this. It looked, okay, I'm going to be honest, this turned out kind of worse than I was hoping for, but also kind of better. It was really funny. My best work of art, I must say. But if you guys did enjoy this, again, please do like and subscribe. And there's not much, but if you guys, I guess, do want to see more of this, because I'm more than glad to see more of these and make more of these, because this was pretty fun. Please do tell me, because or I guess I'll just sadly stick to my Civilization series. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I don't know what else to say, like, at all.